Hello there, my name is Alaydriem and welcome back to another Minecraft Bedrock Redstone tutorial with your favorite cardigan wearing Minecraft character. And today in this episode I'm here to show you this simple and easy to build a 4x3 piston door for your Minecraft Bedrock 1.20 world. This 4x3 piston door is super easy to build and is super attractive and should be the next build that you put inside of your base. It has this super satisfying opening and closing mechanism, is incredibly easy to build, and is super easy to hide, whether you want to throw it as the entrance to your base or if you want to stick it in a corner to hide some secret treasure room. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into the tutorial. Hey, and if you like this door and want to see more Minecraft tutorials just like it, please consider leaving this video a like and please consider subscribing. It would really help me with my goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. All right, let's get in it. As always, I'll have a full materials list down in the description, but to go ahead and get started, we're going to place down a temporary block and place 2 sticky pistons on top of one another in this 2x2 pattern. Then we're going to place 4 blocks over here like this. Go ahead and place 2 temporary blocks and knock out that block there on the side. Over here underneath this, we're going to place a sticky piston here and a sticky piston against that block, and you can knock out those 2 temporary ones and you should have this nice beautiful T-shape right here. Coming down to the front, you're going to want to have a dropper directly underneath these sticky pistons with an observer facing from the dropper into the sticky pistons here at the bottom. Swinging around to the back, you're going to want to come down to these lower sticky pistons, extend out 1 block and place down another dropper in this configuration, and then place down an observer here and an observer here with the eye facing into that bottom sticky piston. So you should see the arrows going into that bottom sticky piston just as shown here. Next, grab yourself some more blocks. We're going to place a block here, and then we're going to complete the bottom of this. So block on either side of the droppers. We're going to staircase up 1 layer, staircase up 1 more, and then we're going to staircase over to this position here. Make sure that you have this nice staircase flow. We're going to repeat the same thing on the other side over here. Staircase up, and then staircase into the build just as shown. Next, we're going to grab 2 more sticky pistons, place them directly on top of that block in this orientation, and then we're going to line the sides with our building block. Note here, I'm using these wax copper blocks. You can use whatever block you want. This is going to be your door. Coming over here, we're going to place a block next to this dropper and a block next to this dropper, and with that, you should now have a build that looks like this. Coming up to the top, we're going to line this with 4 of our door blocks. You can go ahead and knock out that corner. Go up 3 blocks, place a sticky piston below it, sticky piston here on the side, 2 sticky pistons coming down here, and then another sticky piston just as shown. Now, our build should be looking something like this. We can now go ahead and start popping in redstone in. So we're going to grab ourselves a bunch of repeaters. We're going to place a repeater on 1 tick or 0 ticks here in front of these droppers, repeater on 4 ticks on top of both of these observers, a repeater on 4 ticks on these blocks right here. Next, we're going to grab ourselves 2 redstone torches, 1 here and then 1 underneath this block. Repeat the same thing on the other side, just as shown here. Then we're going to place a torch on top of this topmost sticky piston. Then we're going to place dust here, dust in these 2 positions on top of the dropper. Repeat the same thing over here, dust going into that, dust going into this one, and then we are now ready to continue building. Go ahead and place yourself a wool block on top of each of these torches. Place a torch on top of them. Then we're going to place a block on the inside of that torch and then a block on top. Repeat the same thing on the other side. Block on top, block to the side. Grab ourselves a repeater, 0 ticks facing in, piece of redstone dust going into these topmost sticky pistons, and this is what your door should now look like. Now, symmetry is about to break down, so just bear with me while we go through this next part. I promise you it'll all make sense. Just follow along. We're going to start with a torch here on the side of this with a block on the top and then a block to the side. We are then going to place a block on the sticky piston, block directly above it, 3 blocks in line with our door, block in that gap there, and then coming over here, we're going to place an observer coming out of the torch, observer going into our thing, another observer on top of it, and then another observer here going into this solid wool block. We're going to get a repeater, place it on 2 ticks, repeater on 4 ticks, and then we are going to place a repeater on 2 ticks here, repeater on 2 ticks here, and then align this middle section here with redstone dust. And as you might have seen, those bottom 2 blocks might have been pushed out. That doesn't really matter. Extend out 2 blocks here, place a repeater, and then place a lever down, and your door is now complete. Go ahead and give that lever a flick, and you can now observe that opening and closing mechanism. Just test it a couple of times, and once you're satisfied everything is working, you can now enjoy your perfect 4x3 piston door. Of course, we do have all this ugly redstone in the way, and hiding it is fortunately very simple. Simply close this up, and if you open it up here, you can see where all these blocks are. We're basically just going to line all of these solid blocks that is going to make the frame of our door, just like this. You can go ahead and bring that up, bring this going all the way over, and then the rest of this you can decorate as you want. And then on the inside, you can just line all of these with slabs. That'll make a great base to this, and simply hide the sides of this with whatever block you want. There should be nothing that obstructs any part of this door. You can hide this lever, connect it to a T flip-flop, really do whatever you want. And if that bottom block is bothering you as much as me, you can go ahead and fix that too while you're at it. This piston door has a ton of decorating opportunities, so really just let your imagination go wild and enjoy the beauty that is having a 4x3 piston door. But that's going to be it for me in this episode. As always, thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate you tuning in. Please consider liking, subscribing, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.